Welcome to Pickleball Hustle. Today we're breaking down one of the most exciting rivalries in professional pickleball, benjohns versus Tyson McGuffin. If you've been searching for benjohns versus Tyson McGuffin analysis, you're in the right place. These two players represent two very different approaches to the game, and their matches are always must-watch television. Benjohns versus Tyson McGuffin is a classic clash of styles. Benjohns is the ultimate technician, precise, consistent, and strategically brilliant. He rarely makes unforced errors and wins with smart shot selection and flawless execution. Tyson McGuffin, on the other hand, brings raw athleticism, explosive power, and fearless aggression. When Ben Johns versus Tyson McGuffin step on the court, you get a perfect matchup of control versus chaos. Let's start with Ben Johns. When you watch Ben Johns versus Tyson McGuffin matches, you see why Ben is considered one of the greatest players of all time. His game is built on consistency and intelligence. His serve is deep and accurate. His returns are safe yet penetrating, and his dinking is patient and surgical. He rarely goes for low-percentage shots. Instead, he forces his opponents to make mistakes by keeping the ball in play and placing it exactly where they don't want it. In Ben Johns versus Tyson McGuffin encounters, Ben's ability to stay calm and execute under pressure is often the deciding factor. Now let's look at Tyson McGuffin. In Ben Johns versus Tyson McGuffin matchups, Tyson brings a completely different energy. He is one of the most athletic players on tour. His movement is explosive, his hand speed at the net is elite, and he is willing to take big risks to end points quickly. When Ben Johns versus Tyson McGuffin play, Tyson often tries to dictate the pace with powerful drives and aggressive volleys. His serve can be a weapon, and his overhead is one of the best in the game. The challenge for Tyson in Ben Johns versus Tyson McGuffin battles is maintaining consistency against Ben's steady pressure. When we analyze Ben Johns versus Tyson McGuffin head-to-head, several patterns emerge. Ben tends to win more of the longer tactical rallies because of his superior patience and shot selection. Tyson wins more of the explosive, high pace points, where athleticism and hand speed decide the outcome. In Ben Johns versus Tyson McGuffin doubles matches, the dynamic changes depending on their partners, but the individual duel at the net is always fascinating. One of the most interesting aspects of Ben Johns versus Tyson McGuffin is how their games have evolved. Ben has added more aggression to his game over the years without sacrificing his legendary consistency. Tyson has worked hard on his dinking and reset game to become less one-dimensional. When Ben Johns versus Tyson McGuffin face off now, it's no longer just power versus control. It's a more nuanced battle, where both players have borrowed elements from each other's style. For recreational players watching Ben Johns versus Tyson McGuffin, there are valuable lessons. From Ben, we learn the importance of consistency, smart shot selection, and staying mentally locked in. From Tyson, we learn the value of athleticism, fearless aggression when the opportunity is there, and the willingness to take calculated risks. The best players combine both approaches, the control and patience of Ben Johns, with the explosiveness and confidence of Tyson McGuffin. When Ben Johns versus Tyson McGuffin play, the kitchen line becomes a battlefield. Ben excels at patient dinking and waiting for the right moment to attack. Tyson looks for opportunities to punch volleys or drive aggressively. The player who wins the dink battle in Ben Johns versus Tyson McGuffin matches often wins the point. Recreational players can apply this by focusing on low, consistent dinks and only attacking when the ball is high or short. Serve and return play a big role in Ben Johns versus Tyson McGuffin matchups. Ben's serve is precise and deep, setting up weak returns. Tyson's serve is heavier and more aggressive, looking to end points early or force weak replies. Learning from both when studying Ben Johns versus Tyson McGuffin can help you develop a more versatile serve. Third shot strategy is another area where Ben Johns versus Tyson McGuffin differ. Ben is a master of the third shot drop, using it to neutralize the point and advance to the net. Tyson is more willing to drive the third shot when the return is short or high. Both approaches can work. The key is knowing when to use each. Recreational players can improve dramatically by adding a reliable third shot drop, while occasionally mixing in aggressive drives like Tyson. Mental toughness is on full display in every Ben Johns versus Tyson McGuffin match. Ben stays calm and composed, even when trailing. Tyson brings visible intensity and uses emotion to fuel his play. Both mindsets have value. The best approach is often a blend. Stay composed, like Ben, but channel competitive fire, like Tyson when needed. For fans and players alike, watching Ben Johns versus Tyson McGuffin is entertaining and educational. You see two elite athletes pushing each other to higher levels. Their rivalry has helped raise the standard of professional pickleball and given fans incredible matches to study. To quickly recap what we can learn from Ben Johns versus Tyson McGuffin, combine Ben's consistency, patience, and strategic brilliance with Tyson's athleticism, hand speed, and fearless aggression. Work on both high percentage play and selective attacking. Develop a strong third shot game that mixes drops and drives. Stay mentally tough and use emotion constructively. Practice both control and power so you can adapt to different opponents. If this breakdown of Ben Johns versus Tyson McGuffin helped you understand their styles and gave you ideas to improve your own game, give it a thumbs up, drop a comment with who you think has the edge in their next matchup or what you learned from their rivalry, and subscribe to Pickleball Hustle for more player profiles, technique guides, and 2026 strategy content. Hit the notification bell so you never miss an upload. Keep hustling out there. See you on the courts.